Becoming a successful entrepreneur requires that you have a vision and have an idea of where you are heading. But you also have to approach each day wondering, how can I have a successful day? And if you have all of these successful days, then those successful days will add up to that vision that you are pursuing. So here's a basic outline of what a successful day looks like. You work in the morning ideally, because many people are super productive in the morning. It is also a time when there are less commitments. Think about all of the things you were doing in the evening versus all of the things that you were doing, let's say, at 6 o'clock in the morning. So early in the morning, there aren't as many obligations that get in the way typically. So working in the morning is usually a time frame in which people are more productive. And it's also when we have a lot of willpower, because different things can happen to us throughout the day that deter our willpower. But working in the morning, when the willpower is fresh, when the willpower is strong, allows us to become more productive. But you may be wondering, if I'm working in the morning, when am I actually thinking and planning about the growth of my business? When am I creating that vision for myself? And the answer is that you do that at night. You craft ideas and you let your mind wander at that time, because at nighttime, that's too late in the day for too many obligations to come into effect. But it's also at a point where your productivity is really starting to dip, because you're getting tired, maybe you're feeling the bags under your eyes, and you got to get to bed soon because you feel it. So that's the point where your mind starts to wander automatically, and that's where at the nighttime you think about your really creative ideas that will help you to pursue your vision. So that's the process of what you do in the morning and what you do at night. But what do you do in between? In between, there is going to be some work involved, but one of the things you have to do is exercise every day, because exercising is a way for us to get stronger, obviously, but it also gives us a better mindset. We feel happier when we feel more confident when we exercise. So exercising is very essential for becoming successful in any field, just because it gives you that level of confidence, gives you that level of happiness that you need in order to embark on a journey that you are pursuing. And finally, what you want to do is take short breaks throughout the day. This is a very important one, because what happens is we can be very productive for 90 minutes, but then anytime after that, and we start to get into a dip. And in fact, right when we start working, we are in the middle of a productivity dip, because as we work harder without stopping, it becomes mush. Like, we're bored. We really don't want to do the work in some cases. In other cases, it just consumes us too much. So take short breaks throughout the day when you see that your productivity is dipping, because even a 10 to 15 minute break, once taken and you enjoy the break, that allows you to go back to your work at your optimal level of productivity. And when you go back to your work at your optimal level of productivity, you are able to be more productive throughout the day on average than if you worked non-stop. So that's the basic outline to having a successful day. As you implement these tactics, you may come across tactics of your own that work for you specifically, or that in general work for everyone, because that's part of learning. You have your own experience, you try new things, you adjust, you make adaptations, and then as a result, you craft a very successful day, and you know how to replicate the results of that successful day every single day within your life. And another key thing about successful days is that you want to know what your day is going to look like before you go into it. It's just like studying for an exam. You wouldn't start studying for the exam when there's just 2 hours or 1 hour left for the test. You would study a few days before, maybe the night before, and I know that happens to a lot of people. I totally understand that. But the point is, you're doing it at least one night before. So it's known that we are less productive at night than we are at day, primarily because we need our sleep and we're feeling tired. But this is a time in the day when you can plan out tomorrow. And by planning out tomorrow, when you wake up, you've got the willpower flowing through your bones. You see, let's say, that sticky note that says, all of the things you have to do today. And then you can immediately have the mindset where you are going to accomplish all of this workload. And the reason that you want to do it the night before is because if you do not do it the night before and you wake up tomorrow thinking, right when you wake up, oh, what am I going to do? And then it takes you time to think about what you're going to do, then you're not in the right mindset. Something very important to note is that the first hour after you wake up dictates how your entire day is going to go. So if you have a productive first hour, you are going to probably have a productive day. If you have an unproductive first hour, then you are probably going to have an unproductive day. And even more, typically the first 5 to 10 minutes impact how your first hour is going to end up. And your first hour impacts how your entire day is going to end up. So you have to, right when you wake up, really utilize those 5 to 10 minutes. Now, I'm not saying like get out of bed, write the blog post right away, or get out of bed and do the video right away. I'm just saying you have to establish a certain routine that makes you feel like a winner in 5 to 10 minutes. And this can be something very simple like doing a very quick exercise or listening to your favorite music that is motivational music, or doing a combination of the two, or anything else that in the first 5 to 10 minutes of your day, you feel like a winner, and then you will feel like a winner for the entire day, typically, and that will allow you to become more productive. That is all for this lecture. I hope it has served you, and what I want you to do is to dream big, achieve greatness, and unlock your potential today.